Hi everyone, Cheryl here today with KaDoodlebug Designs, and today we're going to be working with the Fall Candy Baking Bunny. She is the freebie right now, and hopefully I can get this up today so you guys can go ahead and get this freebie to go ahead and do. So anyways, I kind of prepped a lot of my stuff. If you're new and you're watching from a cell phone, if you click the little white button in this right hand corner, it should give you the full screen. And then I'm just going to kind of quickly go over some of the colors I'm using on this. Most of my colors come from American Crafts and Basil. So like the yellow I used is the Daisy, Basil. The oranges I used come from American Crafts, and same with the brown. And then this gray here is a gray from Basil as well, and I can't remember the name of it. And then the colors we're going to use, I'm just using some of Stampin' Up's old colors. So I'm going to use a chocolate chip, just a brown. You can pick any from your stash. I'm using pink pirouette for her ears. Certainly celery is going to be for the greenery on there. And let's see, I'm using Barely Banana. I try to tell people, if you don't have an ink pad, but you can get like the little refills, sometimes it's best when you're doing the SVGs. Really, I find the refills work perfect. So these are always good because you can just put them on a little glass tile or a dish. Or if you have a glass mat, you can put them on there and just soak them up. So you really don't need an ink pad. So if you are wanting to save money, you can go with refills, so because they're a lot cheaper than especially like Stampin' Up. They're a lot cheaper to do just the refill. So for the orange, I'm going to use the spiced marmalade, and we are going to use the if you've watched a lot of my videos, you know I love the Starlite Silver. It's a pigmented ink, and so with the pigmented inks, you want to be careful because they're very inky. You don't have to like dab in a lot. You can just pounce once, and that's going to give you a lot. Now, if you've got a lot of pieces to do, you can pounce it a little harder. But I find that doing that, you'll be able to get a ton of pieces done. Sometimes I can pull this out if I have a couple pieces without using the ink pad on that. Let's see, did I forget a color? So I got the orange. Okay, so I think I've got everything. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I tried to prep as much as I could. She's super cute. I'm going to show you how to do the whiskers. If you haven't done the little whiskers, we'll do the eyes and everything. So the first thing I want to start with is we're going to go ahead and start with, let's do the Starlite Silver. So I'm just going to take, and for the face, we are going to see quite a bit of this face here. And so I really kind of want to just get the parts that we're going to see. And so we can do this as dark as we want. You can even set it down and do a little circular motion if you'd like. It's really up to however you choose to hold your pieces. Some people like to hold them. Some people don't. It's, you know, it just really depends. Now, I do find if you're not wanting to hold these, let me pull this out really quick. So if you're not wanting to hold it, I find the flat one works better when I'm holding the pieces. So if you're not wanting to do that, let me tear that off really quick. You can use one of these rounded ones. And I love the rounded ones because it's easier. It's rounded up. So you're bringing this in. And I find that I get these corners to round really nice on the face and some of the other pieces versus using the flat. So you can do, let's see. Hopefully I got that. Okay. So you could just kind of do like so. Now I'm not going to do the top because the little hat, as you can see, is going to be there. So again, and so like the body, we really don't see this body but you could do the little bit of the top. And then the arms, I just did the sides. So just the outer. So you know, it saves you from having to do all the pieces, you know. So again, so you can hold them up or you can put them down. So I find with the little pieces, you can kind of just come around. And we'll just get that one done. So I think I've got all the Starlite, oh, except for the one ear. Okay. So I did all mine with the flat, except for that last one that I showed you, the face. So we can just push down, and I'm kind of bringing it in. And you won't really see that top, but see how nice that looks? Kind of show you. Now, if you want these edges darker, you can, you know, this one I didn't pounce. So this one's been sitting in the case since whenever. I don't know how long ago I used this. But if you want these edges darker, and I'm not going to do it on here, but I am going to just kind of go over it so you can take any marker. It doesn't have to be a Copic, and you can come and do the outer part. I guess I will kind of show you on this. This one's a little darker than I want. So I want the C. Oh, let's just do this one. This one's really quite light. So you could just come to this outer edge and just do that little bit of an outer edge. And I'm going to kind of show you. So if you want it darker, hopefully you can see that. There you go. So you can always come in with the marker and get that edge darker. Okay, so we've got all our silver done, so we're done with that. Let's go ahead and move on to the pink pirouette. So this is, again, the Stampin' Up. And I'll just get these done. I know sometimes when we think we've got the piece dark, once you put it together, sometimes it doesn't look as dark. And I'm going to zoom in a little more, you guys. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of go like that. All right. All right. So I think I'm done with the pink. Oh, except for the little nose. So on the little nose, we can kind of get maybe the top done a little bit. Okay. And so I'll put that there, and I'm done with that one. So this yellow, I just used the refill on that, and we can kind of put this one flat. And then just kind of move it. Okay. And so we have that one done. So I think the next color, so I'm done with all my yellow, because I prepped the one little candy corn you can see right here. So I did prep that one. So the next color I'm going to go with is, I think this green will get done. So this one is the Certainly Celery from Stampin' Up. And I'm just going to do, whoops, let's just get the top part. So I'm doing circular, coming around, and then we can flip it. And again, you can do this as light or as dark as you choose. It's really however, what you like best, you know. Sometimes we choose to leave things not inked up, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So this is the little stem for the pumpkin. And so I'm just going to kind of get that done. Okay, so we're done with our green, so I can kind of keep that out of the way. Let me spritz my hand really quick. Uh-oh. Okay. Hopefully I don't transfer any of that. All right. So we've got this done. So I think I'm going to move on to the orange now. So the orange is that spiced marmalade. And so on the pumpkin, I did start it. So on the pumpkin, the big piece, I only want to do a little bit of this outer edge. I'm not going to come in as much as I did here. So I'm going to just come with the rounded one. And I'm starting down here because you will see most of this. You just won't see where the center one's going. So we'll just kind of get the edge done a little bit. And same. Now this one, we will see all of it. So I'm going to come around on this one. You can kind of, I want that edge to be a little darker. Now I could always put this back in my ink, but I'm thinking that looks pretty good. Okay, so I think that looks good. So we'll leave that one. So that's the pumpkin. Here's the bottom or the middle of the candy corn. So we're just gonna do the, whoops, let's get the top, the sides, and then we'll do the bottom. Okay. All right. So there's that one. He'll be a little darker. That's all right. All right. So I think I'm done with all my orange. I'm just using some rubbing alcohol, you guys, because I don't have a sink right behind me or next to me. So it makes it easier. Okay. Oh, let's go ahead and spritz and get up any of that. I find the just regular rubbing alcohol cleans up really nice. So I usually, when I go to the store, I'll pick up a couple bottles. I go through it a lot. It's cheap and easy to clean up stuff. So, okay. So for the top part of the hat, we're going to use the chocolate chip. I'm just using a brown. So again, if you want to hold it, you can hold it. If you want to try to do this with this one, we can kind of try. Sometimes I just find a lot of times that that rounded one seems to bring in the distressed parts a lot better than this flat one. I think I can control it a little better. So, but I'm going to try it right now with this. Let's see what we've got. Hopefully. Oh, well, we'll get it. Okay. So there's that one. So that's the top part of the hat. Okay. And let's just wipe that up. All right. And I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. So I did do these little outer edges of the little straps for the overalls. So those are done. I don't even think you could see those very well, but let's see. There you go. Okay, and we're ready now to start our layering. So let's go ahead and get that going. So on this one, we're going to start with her ears first. And so I'm just going to add, I'm using the Art Glitter Glue. And so I'm just adding that right here. The little tool I'm using is the Viker tool. Oops, and this one I did glue both pieces on already. So this is the Viker tool. I love using this not only for the paper piecing, but also for picking up little dewdrops and little charms and different things as well. So we're going to add, the right ear. Oops. There we go. I think that looks good. Okay. So the next thing we want is to add some glue for that little pink, the inner ear. And if you already have one of these and you're finding that it's not picking up, you just take your nail and scrape that. You can kind of reshape this a little bit because it is wax. And then I usually will just push it until it picks a piece up. Yep. All right. So we got the ears on. We're going to go ahead and add these arms. So we know the arm is up here. We can kind of see where the head goes. Let me grab her head. So the head is about right like so. And so we do want these arms. I could see one goes right here, right? And then the other one's over here somewhere. So we'll just add it like right there. And whoops. So we're just going to pick that up. Whoops. And I'm already doing well, huh? Okay. I'll get it. So I guess if you wanted, you could have them go under. I mean, it's really up to you. You could have them going under these little ears. But I think I'm just going to do them like that. We're not even going to see those. Just a little bit you're going to see. So let's kind of see what that looks like. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's going to be okay. You really don't, whoops, let me put some more glue. I'm going to add it to the back of this. You really kind of just see a very little bit of this. So we can kind of stick that there. Okay, so we've got the arms. Let's get this little body on next. Let's see. The body's really covered up, so because the little straps are going to cover this. So we can kind of maybe bring that down a little bit. Let's see what this does. Because we kind of want to leave. So let's bring that body down a tad. And see. That's the only thing is you kind of, okay. So even though we have some gaps, we're going to cover that up with those straps, right? So trying to kind of get it. There we go. I wanted to leave on this one a little bit more room here where you'd see a little bit of the body. So I'm just going to kind of, let's see what we can do. Let's get, these are going to be the straps right here. So we're going to go, whoops, there we go, this one, because I only colored the outer part of that. Okay, so we want to just kind of hold that down, and then we can get this other one. So see how that will cover any gaps we have, and so that just makes that easier. And then we can kind of see a part of the body, which this one here, you couldn't see much. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. And so we've got the outfit. Let's go ahead and I want to go ahead and get the pumpkin put on here. And so we're going to do that next. So I'm going to take the bigger piece of the pumpkin. And I want it to kind of come over like... So I'm really just trying to match up the edge here. Okay, so just give that a nice press down. You could always use one of your tools that you have if you want when you're working with the bigger pieces to go ahead and get those put down nice. Okay. So all right, so I'm going to kind of give that a little press. All right, and then so we've got the pumpkin. We're going to go ahead and get this green part up here on. So let's get that on next. Okay. And then I am going to add the little green thing right here, the little stem part. We could add some glue behind it if we need, but for now, I'm going to leave that and just add it like that. Okay. So now that we've got that, let's go ahead and get the right candy corn on. So this is the bigger of the two, the candy corn. And so we could put it together before we put this on. So I just add the pieces like so. Usually when I'm doing this, not in a video, a lot of times I'll get some of these things that are just layered on top of the main, you know, like this. I would have had all of them done and set aside so when I went to put it together. But since I'm doing the video, I kind of wanted to show you. So I did one and left one just to show in the video how I do it. Again, you can do it however, you know, however you like best. Okay, so we're going to add some glue. Whoops. I could have probably pushed that down a little bit, but so we're going to add the glue to this piece here. And let's see. Yeah, she's super cute. Okay. All right, so we've got that one down. We're going to put the left one on. So the left one, I'm just going to add the glue to this left candy corn. And we really just want, whoops, and I made a big mess. Let's see if I could just dab that up a little. There we go. Okay, so that's, I guess, how we're doing it. Let's see. There we go. All right. Okay, so we've got the candy corns on. Now we're going to go ahead and do the face. We'll get this on. Just going to add a bunch of glue to the back of this. Oh, we couldn't even see. See, I didn't bring the overalls up enough, but that's okay, you know. I just kind of wanted to show that we can do this. I'm thinking that looks good. We could have, I mean, we could have brought it up a tad, but that's all right. All right. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to do some chalking. I'm using just stampinUp's pastels. I'll just show you really quick. So that these are old. So they're the old colors. And then I'm just going to use a brush. And this is the number 4. These I did buy off of Amazon. So I'm going to use a pink and get the cheeks. Kind of just a little bit right here. I can always come back in if I feel that I want them darker. And I just kind of did a little bit. Okay. So we're going to put this piece on next, her little muzzle part. And we'll leave some room to add the eyes and push those eyes in a little bit. So I didn't put glue all the way to the top. If you do, you can always come in with a little pin and lift this up, or a needle or whatever. So I'm going to find where I want these eyes, and I want them right about there is where I'm thinking. So, whoops. Let's see. Oops. So we can kind of move these around. And if you notice, I've got glue kind of everywhere. So whoops, let's get that. I'm going to kind of clean that up. Okay. I'm having more difficulty. Let's see. Yeah. Usually I don't get that much glue on there, but this guy here I did. Okay. So I try to clean up the glue because I've ruined so many of my micron pens getting the glue on them. Probably need to try to clean that off. Okay. So we'll just let that set for a second. So the cheeks look pretty good to me. I'm going to come back up with a little pink right here on the edge. And then we're going to add, using 005 micron, I'm going to just add some little dots. Those are the little black ones. And that's the micron. And then I'm going to use a Posca paint pen, the 0.7 millimeter. We're going to do some little white dots here. And then we can do the dots on the eyes. Okay. And then we might as well, while we're here, just add some of our little highlighting we can do. I just kind of bring it wherever. And I've got that one already, so the hand won't be there yet. And I think that's it. Okay, so for the shadowing on these eyes, I did use the angle brush, and I came in with a little bit of brown and then a little bit of black. So I'm just going to come in here and bring some of that brown in. And then I'm going to come back and kind of blow that off a little bit. Now, if you have one of your erasers for crafting, you can just kind of use that. Sometimes the chalks will also come with an eraser, so you can do that as well. So I have some black chalk, probably a lot. And I'm going to come in and just kind of clean up a little bit there. Okay, I think that's probably okay. Let me see if I can wipe this brush. All right, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. Because now I'm going to come in with my 005 micron, and we're going to do these eyes. And let me zoom in a little more. Hopefully I don't forget to zoom back out. Okay, so the eyes I'm going to do I'm just kind of curling in, and then sometimes I go straight. So it's really kind of up to you and what you prefer. So you could do them straight, curled. You can do them short, long, short, short, long. And then I'll probably just come out here. And then now I want to come in with this, liner a little bit there. Okay. So if you feel like you want to come in more, you can, or we can chalk some more here. And I think I just got that in glue. Okay. And I can. There we go. And then on this one here, hopefully I don't grab the glue again. I'm trying to be careful. All right. And so we've got our little eyes. There we go. Okay. Oops. That one there. And I think I just want, I'm coming in with a little bit of the black again. So there we go. All right. So I think the eyes are done on this one. And now all we have to do, I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. So all we need to do now is add her nose and the whiskers and the hat. So let's go ahead and add her a hat first. And oh my, hopefully I got the right side, because I did forget to check that. So, and I got the right side. I was like, oh, sometimes if I'm in a hurry, sometimes I'll forget to flip it and make sure it's lined up. I guess if you did that, you could always cut this back off right here and it wouldn't matter. So there's always ways to fix that. And see, see on this one, I didn't color the right side, I think. Let's see, or maybe I did. Oh yeah, we did. Okay. Yeah, you never know. Okay, so we're almost done here. We're just going to do those whiskers. And I'm just going to move this up a tad. Okay. And let's go ahead and do the hands on here. So we'll get one right here. And then we're going to do this other one over here. There we go. All right. And now we can get the nose ready. So this is the top. I'm just going to flip it over because I'll add some glue to that. So I'm using a transparent thread. It's a nylon thread. This is just an old spool that I have of it. And I love using this one. So it's really easy. I just take the piece, and it really doesn't matter how long you do them or how many you basically can cut them or cut them down, or, you know, we'll just cut that piece. Okay, so I'm going to grab them off, and I just pinch in the middle, and then I twist. And so I don't worry, like sometimes it's really hard for me to see all these, and I don't worry if some of them don't make it in, because I'll just cut them off and not worry about it. That's why I try to do enough of them where it gives me the option to cut maybe some short and leave some long. We're going to add a little bit of glue there and the tad there, not too much. So what I want to do is just put this on there, and I'm going to pick it up with my finger like so. And again, I'm not worried that maybe one side has more, because I did enough loops. I probably did 1, 2, 3, 4. Somehow I have 4 on this side and 2 ends, and then 5 on this side. So again, it won't matter too much. So we'll add a little bit more glue. And then we're going to put that nose right on there. Super cute. I love these little bunnies. So I was so happy to see that she did some up for fall. And she is just too cute. So now, if you wanted, you could leave these loopy whiskers, or you could come in and snip them. Hopefully I got them all. And then sometimes, see how these are long up here? I'll cut those short sometimes. And we always have the option to bring them down. Oh, I found another loop right there. So I'm going to cut those short. I like leaving the ones down here kind of long. See, these are kind of long up here. So I'm going to cut these all short. I don't know if you'll see them so well, but this one is long down here. I want the ones on the bottom kind of long, so that's all right. So there you have it. Super fun. I love adding the little whiskers. They're so cute. All right, so there we have it. So she is done. All we need to do is add a little bit white to the hat. So all I do is just kind of do a dot and then these little lines. And if you want to add a couple more, and that's it. And I think that's good. Oh, her little nose. And we're good. I think we're all done. Oh, nope. The hand here. There. All right, now we're done. So I hope you enjoyed my video today. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe. Don't forget, if you want to try this KaDoodle Bug Designs freebie, you can go to the KaDoodlebugDesigns.com site and look under the freebies. She does have some new ones, and she does have, Melissa's brought out some retired files as well. So if there were some files in the past that you didn't get, you can check those out. They're under the Kadoodlebug Designs retired vault. It's kind of on the left side of her page up at the top. And so you can find those there, and the freebie and all the new ones as well. She's got a lot of cute files that have come out. So thank you for stopping by. If you have any questions, you can drop those below. And again, I always love reading your comments, you guys. Thank you so much. Have a good day.